So it's a generational wealth. Say it after me. Generational. So it's not limited to you. It transcends to you and from you to the next generation. So say it after me. Durable. Another word for durable simply means stable wealth. Stable. Stable. You are rich in Nigeria. If you cross to England, you are still rich. If you cross to Holland, you are still rich. One time they were talking about one billionaire in Nigeria and they showed his house in the US. Even in US, he's rich. Because he was able to park all kinds of cars in their country that even their citizens cannot afford. He didn't avoid it. So what are we saying? We are talking about durable wealth. What is lasting? Genesis 39, verse 3. Genesis 39, verse 3. Durable. Just punch it for me. Now, everybody look at that word. Let's start from verse 2 and 3. Let's start from verse 2 and 3. So we just move by that pattern. And the Lord was with Joseph. So the starting point is still God. Anything lasting, anything durable, must have God behind it. And he was a prosperous man. Okay, see, so the key to prosperity is still God. But when we say God is with somebody, we're not just saying because the person is praying. A man can pray as a routine. A man can pray as a religion, and God is not there. So the fact that a man is praying does not mean that actually God is with the person. Let me tell you one truth today. God is more with the obedient than with the religious. What do I say? Yes. You can be religiously do everything, but you are not obedient. For example, now, God told you, don't hold tight again. You now say, no, you are going on 40 days fasting. You must prosper. Everybody that sees you will say, oh, that girl is spiritually. Not that she's a spiritual lady, but is she spiritual or stupid? It's not a spiritual lady, she's a stupid lady. Because after the 40 days and prayer, you must still come back and pay tithe for God to lift you, because he told you to pay tithe. That's why he said to obey is better than certain sacrifice. Are we together? So, Pastor, what are we saying? What we are saying is this. Look at it. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man. So, behind durable prosperity, there must be an attachment to divinity. Can you see that? So you can't be wealthy alone because you work hard. There must be an advancement. There must be a touch. There must be a support of divinity. And when we say divinity, we are talking about God or the devil. Why are people doing rituals to make money? Because prosperity alone is not the product of hard work. Alone. Hard work is essential. Are we together? But there is a combination of hard work and connection with divinity. So when we say durable, well, we must pass down the culture. We can't toy with our work and say we want to be wealthy. It's impossible. Say work, God, prosperity. Period. You can't just say God will make me rich. No, sir. It's not a complete mathematics. Our God is more of participatory God. I've told you, when it comes to prosperity, God functions as God with, not the sole proprietor God. If I'm clear, shall clear? Let's settle that in mind. Let's settle it. You can't just sleep at home and say money will come. Money don't fall on people. That's a song. To build a lasting wealth, it must be divinity and your work. If you hear me shout, I hear. So, and the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. He was, see, his state, his city has not changed, his location has not changed. But ask me what changed? Our location changed. So you don't need to travel abroad to go above. He was a prisoner and still prosperous. So your money is not in relocation. No, if God tells you to relocate, no doubt you can go. Then you will glue. But this massive, mad rush of some people believing that until they travel out, they can't be out of poverty is a deception. Total deception. Lasting wealth is a product of quality work plus covenant with God. Period. So today, I want to major so much on quality work. And I titled the message Durable Wealth. Look at what Sir William Oster said. O-S-T-E-R. Sir William Oster. He said the best preparation for tomorrow is to do today's work superbly well. Shall I come again? Everybody, if you hear me, just the best. Say it after me. Say the best preparation for tomorrow is to do today's work superbly well. If you don't want to end up in a well, you want your money to swell, do your work well. Everybody is doing something. If you're a student, do it well. If you're a wife, do it well. If you're a businessman, do it well. The key to wealth is when you do your work well. Stop admiring other people's wealth. See, stop admiring people's wealth. Locate your own work and do your work well. See, everybody that is wealthy today, there's no one route. Ronaldo is a billionaire playing football. Am I right? Dangote is a billionaire. Yes or no? Buying and selling. AY is a billionaire in comedy. Can you see that? People are bringing out their ingenuity or genuineness from different field. Different field. They are like 4 comedians and a billionaire. I shall know why is the richest. They call this a billionaire. He worth 1 point something billion naira. And all he does, when it now comes to music world, there are many people that don't want to mention their name. They are billionaire. You and I know. Because they even talk about one of them. They are on particular app. He earn like 1 billion every month. Like 2 billion every month. Not even one. I won't mention one of these secular musicians. I don't want to give him publicity. Like 2 billion naira. Just sleeping and waking up. 2 billion. Sleeping and waking up. 2 billion. Sleeping and waking up. 2 billion naira. So that means that by the end of December, he has worth 240 billion naira. Because we're talking about, they say you per month, because people listen to his music, the money they pay him is $1 million, 1 point something million dollars every month. That's close to 2 point something billion naira. But sir, when they interviewed that young man, one of my friends listened to his comment. He didn't rise because he can sing. Yeah. He rose because the quality of his singing. It's not what you can do. Are we together? Any dummy can sing. But to sing well and your money pocket will be swell, you must, how matter? So thank God for what you can do. But your wealth starts by the how. Say how. How? Can't you see the how is close to wow? You do understand? When a thing is glorious, when it's alarming, when it's wonderful, you say wow. You see a beautiful house, you say wow. Yes or no? You see a beautiful car, you say wow. Like the first time I drove in limo, I said, wow. Some of you are wondering, Pastor, do you have limo? Yes, I have it. I drove it in the dream. I just woke up. The painful thing is when the dream is finished, the painful thing. But don't worry, I'm going to drive it in the physical life. I've driven all kind of cars in my life. All kind. From limo to Range Rover, all kind. Yesterday I was traveling to Abiyokuta and I was in the Range Rover in my mind. Imagine that. How can you be moving? And I was imagining I was in my Range Rover. So I was now reading. They were wondering, why is this guy in? I was reading as if I'm reading in my Range Rover. Poverty handicap. I'm in prosperity. Shout loud. Shout that word. I'm in prosperity. So remember what I said? The best preparation for tomorrow is to do today's work superbly well. Church, this is where the problem lies. Many people are praying, but they are not doing their job well. So God can break principle to make you rich. Now look at verse 3. And his master saw that the Lord was with Joseph, and that the Lord made all he did. He did. All he did. All he did. I will say all he did. He didn't say God gave him prosperity. It's not a gift. All he did to prosper. What are you doing? And not only what you are doing, how are you doing it? That's where the money lies. They are bankers, but they are also banker. Everything you are doing, they are teacher, and they are also the teacher. When you become the teacher, having meta money, they are pastor and they are also the pastor. Like I vowed in my life that I will never stand behind this pulpit without adequate, quality, robust preparation. It's a vow.